Good evening. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Kids! Kids! Oh, right. I ain't got any kids. Broadcasting from the BC to the Maritimes and all across Canada, it's Remotely Zach. And now, from Windsor, Ontario, here's your host, the one, and hopefully only, Zachary Thomas. Well, hello everyone and welcome to the show. Welcome to Remotely Zach. I am your host, the one and only, Zachary Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Thank you. Whew, man, you're in for a great show this evening because if you remember this sound, Stop it. Then this is the show for you, so welcome to the madness. Man, who needs an applause sign when you can just threaten your audience with dial-up internet? Start clapping, people. Play it. Play the sound. Man, went full on Bernie Sanders there for a minute. All right, raise your hand if you've been marked safe from someone flirting with you on LinkedIn. Okay, great. You don't really want to miss the show for you this evening. Oh man, I got a great one for you tonight. We take a look at some naughty signs and bad headlines in my segment, Did I Read That Right? Yeah. I speak with local entrepreneur Ayden Reaume from Amazing Acrylics and More. He'll be here, he'll join us. And we cap it off with the weirdest news found on the internet. This is going to be great. Got some weird news for you. That's what people want. Also, before we move on, I would like to ask you to subscribe because I post this show every week. It's also free. I mean, come on, hello. Look, if you don't subscribe, I'll be forced to show pictures of my feet. And we don't want that. We do not want that. So if you want to avoid my feet pics, subscribe. It's also free. And in this economy, oh boy, the economy is bad. Oh boy. Oh my God, Zach, how bad is it? How bad's the economy? The economy is so bad, they're going to sell the Epstein files to the highest bidder. That's how bad it is. That's bad. I'm going to like that one. Oh man, the economy is so bad. How bad is it, Zach? The economy is so bad that the NRA laid off 50 congressmen. That's how bad it is. The economy is so bad, I only saw a Mormon with one wife. That's how bad it is. Man, the economy is bad. Whew, man, the economy is bad. It's getting bad. The economy is so bad that Donald and Melania travel together. They have to share one room. That's how bad it is. All right, that's enough. Oh. That hurt. Kind of. Oh boy, we got a weirdo alert. And it's not me for once, so that's great. Michigan Republican Congressman by the name of Josh Shriver introduced a bill that would ban pornography from the state of Michigan. Yeah, banning pornography made in Michigan. Man, I got a question. What happened to Michigan Made? What happened to that whole thing? Come on. Michigan made pornography bad. Ohio pornography, that's fine. That's great. Whew. Remember the only people you had to hide your porn from was your parents? Now you're afraid of your congressman knocking on your door. Hello? Got that Michigan made porn? Oh man, what else happened this week? It was pretty bleak news week. Oh man, the Emmys were last weekend, and I'm still not nominated, so great. But I do want to send out my big congratulations to Stephen Colbert, who won for Variety Talk Series. Yeah, which goes to show you that you can still be Emmy worthy even if you've been fired by your cowardly network. So, man. Economy is bad. Play that dial up. We play that dial up. In business news, sexy business news, soccer star Noah Pilato shares how someone slid into his DMs on LinkedIn. Take a look.
Answering all these questions, la-di-da. She finishes asking and then she goes, "No, I have to be honest with you. This whole thing is completely made up." I was like, "What?" She's like, "I just really wanted to get you on the phone. I had no idea how else to get your attention, and this is the only thing I could think of."
Because there is nothing sexier than someone's stock portfolio. That's sexy. gives new meaning to the stocks are up and they're down. No, you should not be looking for love on LinkedIn. You should be on Accounting Wants a Wife. Anybody see that show? No? Finally, a man was bitten by a python on his balls while sitting on the toilet. But don't worry, I will recover. We got a great show for you tonight. I take a look at the weirdest news found on the internet. I sit down with a local entrepreneur. But first, naughty signs and bad headlines. And did I read that right? Probably didn't. No. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Welcome back, everybody. Folks, we got a great show for you tonight. He is a local entrepreneur. Ayden Reaume is joining us this evening. He'll be here. Well, and of course, the weirdest news found on the internet. So it's a great show. You want to stick around for that. And next week, we love her. We love when she drops by. Veronique Mandel will be joining us next week as well on the 26th. So mark your calendars for that. Anywho, folks, what would Remotely Zach be without some naughty signs and bad headlines? That's right, ones that'll make you think, did I read that right? Only the best. Only the best for you guys. All right, let's take a look. Worker suffers leg pain after crane drops 800-pound ball on his head. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. All right, next one up here. Cashier wanted must be 18 years old with 20 years experience. Then he's going to have the ball crashed on his head. It's true. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Not Dave Grohl. If you have to wear a shirt that says you're not Dave Grohl, odds are you're Dave Grohl. I love these. This is what we live for. This is what I live for here on Remotely Zach anyways. Oh. All right, next one. Arizona man arrested after shooting at the moon. High on marijuana. You think? You think? It's a little high on marijuana? Just taking a look here. All right, next one. Cops arrest white woman on warrant for black man. That's an Alabama mistake right there. All right, our last one here. Student drop off. No stopping. So long, Timmy. That's the latest in naughty signs and bad headlines. We'll be right back with Ayden Reaume. Join us. Folks, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Over the summer, I got to know a lot of amazing people, and one of them was Ayden Reaume of Amazing Acrylics and More. Ayden is a local entrepreneur who was kind enough to show me what he does. So without further ado, here's my interview with Ayden. Hey guys, it's Zach here, and I'm sitting with Ayden of Amazing Acrylics and More. So, how are you?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm doing very, very good. And can you tell us a little bit about how you got into this world of acrylics?
Yes. So I started in high school. I blame high school for it. I started with painting canvases, and I just knew I loved acrylic paint. So that's how the name took place. And once I started there, I got into painting miniatures, and then I just never stopped picking up paint.
All right. And what is kind of like the first one that really popped it for you?
Okay, so that's hard. The first acrylic thing was probably 2019. It was the year that Avengers Endgame came out, and I made canvas for that. So that was the first acrylic thing. The first miniature thing would probably be the year after when I got into miniatures. That was 2020, and I made an army, it's a collection of miniatures for a game. And then also that year I started doing digital art. So it was like the Avengers A, the Warband, and getting my first iPad that really all started it.
And you have some stuff right here to show us.
Absolutely.
Don't you? So if you could pop it up for the camera.
Oh. I bring you the orc biker. I don't know his name, but he is a biker and he is an orc. I give you this guy. This guy is very cool. He has these guns that go pew 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 pew. Pew pew. Maybe there's gonna be a sound effect or a blast going on.
Pew, 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 pew. Like in Star Wars.
Yes. The Grim Reaper. Dun dun dun.
Yes. Death is upon us.
No, please not yet. No. Let me enjoy my coffee first.
Okay, Ayden's got to enjoy his coffee. And how have your friends taken to this kind of hobby? I know with mine with Lego, it kind of shocks them at first once they see the full magnitude.
Yeah, so a couple of them weren't shocked. I like theater, I like art, I like everything creative. A few of them weren't shocked. Some are shocked about the miniature parts because they are expensive. We call it plastic crack in the community.
Yeah.
It's addicting.
Yeah.
It's expensive, and people love it, and you can't get your hands off it, so it is quite literally almost like plastic crack. A lot of my friends reacted well to it. A lot of them are supporting and really, really good and have bought a bunch of miniatures and designs. Some are still shocked. Some like it, some don't. It's a little variety. It's like a salad bowl.
Yes, Lego we also call plastic crack, and also because you'll do anything to get that aftermarket money. You will do anything. Not that. I have limits. Limits. All right, well, Ayden, thank you. And if I may, for one peek at the camera, I'm just not gonna ask. I'm just gonna grab it. Anyway, we'll put that. I'm cutting that out. Anyway, thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking about your hobby. And I might try to get into something like this. I can't afford 2 plastic cracks.
I don't know.
I can afford 2 plastic cracks.
If you are getting into it, to anyone that does want to get into it, there are some amazing army sets. You can buy a set of like an army, or you can buy like a starter kit. Those are great. But one thing too, for any like artists or creators, you don't need the most expensive things. When I started painting these miniatures, even this guy here, this was dollar store paint. You don't need the most expensive thing. I might get some hate from creators on that, but you just create. That's the thing that I love about the page and about art. You can just create and just do whatever you like. That's my favorite thing, is just create, forget about it, post it, and share it. There's gonna be your people who are gonna enjoy it and love it.
And with that note, we're gonna end on that. Thank you, Ayden, and I hope you collaborate with us again in the near future. I'm Zach from Zach Attack Productions. We'll see you again next time. My thanks to Ayden of Amazing Acrylics and More. We'll be right back with the weirdest news found on the internet. Stick around. Welcome back, folks. It's that time of the show where we look at the weirdest news found on the internet. So without further ado, here is Weird News. A wild Pennsylvania highway spill leads to commuters' worst nightmare. See what I did there? Worst. Don't make me play the music. A truckload of hot dogs spilled across a Pennsylvania interstate Friday after a crash that briefly clogged a heavily traveled artery in both directions. State police said the tractor trailer had an unspecified mechanical problem on Interstate 83, a few miles north of the Maryland line, as morning rush hour was wrapping up, causing it to push into a passenger vehicle. When the truck scraped along a concrete divider, its trailer was ripped open and the contents scattered. Now, 4 people did require medical attention and for injuries that police said were not life-threatening. Wow. Just must be like a dream come true. Wieners everywhere. Wieners everywhere. Time to head to the Great White North for the stories that will make you say,
"Oh, Canada."
This week in weird Canadian news, a bird sparks Canadian brush fire after dropping a fish on power lines. Who? An osprey caught a fish but got tired in the heat and dropped it onto power lines, sparking a brush fire in Western Canada. At least that's what firefighters believe. Oh, the plot thickens. The firefighters shared photos of the charred fish on the blackened ground and said the fire took place on July 30th, about 6 kilometers, or 4 miles for, Americans, south of the British Columbia town of Ashcroft. They said investigators found that the fish had been dropped by a local osprey into hydro lines, with the resulting embers starting the fire on the dry grass below. Now this incident briefly knocked out power for Ashcroft, and firefighters and ranchers used about 4,800 gallons of water to put out the blaze. Wow. Talk about a fish fry. Well, that's the weirdness of the week, and you really can't make this shit up. Now time for our dad jokes of the week. Here we go. Let's go through. All right. How do you get a mouse to smile? Say cheese. Come on, that one's a good one, actually. That one's a good one. That one's a keeper. We're going to keep that right here in the keeper pile. Well, that's the broadcast for this week. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the comment, or make sure to leave a comment and hit subscribe to the channel for all the latest local content. I want to say thank you to my guest, Ayden Reaume, for dropping by. You can follow him on his social medias, as well as my social medias, all those linked in the description below. All right, it's closing time. See ya.